Hi, my name's Taylor.
Hey, I'm Jason.
Hi, I'm Miller.
Hi, my name's Jackson. My dad was an average Joe,
But he had a game plan for life.
A game plan for life.
My dad was just an average Joe.
but he had a game plan for life.
JD was my boyfriend in 7th grade, and so I've known him well over half my life, and our paths intersected a couple more times before we finally made it stick. I think the most significant realization about JD that I had when I was 20 was that he was different from other people that I knew who claimed to be a Christian. And JD was the first person who really lived it out in front of me and made it look attractive and made me realize that there was a lot more to it than what I had assumed as just a Southern girl who accepted Christianity as sort of a cultural norm. So when I said yes to JD, it was life-changing in a lot of ways because I credit my relationship with him and his example to me as the reason that I am a Christian.
He wrote me that letter, and I'm glad I saved it because I can go back and read it, but he just said, you know, great race, and I'm really proud of you for doing something that was scary. And one of my favorite memories from that is even, I think it was post-diagnosis, but it was my first win, and he was there. And we have a picture of me and him. And that was really cool, because he had the iPad. That was the thing. He had this iPad, and he wasn't great at videoing, but he tried.
Because he would be looking.
He would be looking so you could tell, because the video would start to go down and then he'd realize. But he videoed every single race, game, match, every single thing we did. So that's probably like a symbol of, you know, how much he really, you know, cared and supported us, is that he was at everyone he could possibly go to, and he would, you know, try and record all of them, and would always come up to us after a game and, you know, give us a little pep talk, especially if we lost.
I just remember one time, it was my senior season, so he was very sick at this point, but it was after probably midway through the season. I was getting frustrated just because I wasn't receiving the amount of catches that I wanted, and I was really getting worked up about recruiting and everything, and I wanted to make my mid-season highlight, and I just didn't have enough catches to make a good one. And it was after a certain game, and I had almost given up, and I just sat in the car for like an hour, and Mom knew that I was real upset, and after a while she came out and she told me, she said Dad would know what to say, and I 100% believe that, and I really missed him at that moment.
I think anybody who met him and didn't know his last name would have been surprised to find out that he was Joe Gibbs' son. He just didn't carry himself as one who had any association with celebrity or privilege. He was very humble, very down to earth, super likable, great people skills, and just never came off as one who had any reason to be arrogant, and he did have reason to be arrogant. He had a lot going on, a lot going for him. So I would say humility was one of his greatest traits, and it was apparent to anybody that met him, I think.
At night, he would come up and me and Jason usually, we would be in like one room. It was either mine or Jason's. But he'd bring up his iPad, his black iPad, and you guys open up to
Skid guys.
skit guys.
Skit guys. Oh.
There's 2 guys, and they were just like reacting like Bible skits and stuff, and just showed how like influence he was in building us as Jesus, and like trying to like show us who he is and like just what we should be, and his stories in the Bible, and get us interested.
I think my overall, like my major growth, with the Lord is happens through Young Life and happens like with my leader. Not to say that he hasn't, Pop hasn't grown me to who I am, which he definitely has. But him just showing me what it's like and his relationship with his Young Life leader, made me want to have that relationship with my Young Life leader. So that's who, I've been able to grow with and really grow with. I have really good friends that I had in there too, and some lifelong buddies. And so really just his whole life, was a picture of kind of, how like I wanted to live mine. And so I feel like it's pretty cool that I was able to, to do that as well.
In the wake of JD's passing, we've had a lot of people reach out and tell us fond memories of him. And some things are things I've never heard before, and it's been really, really heartwarming to just hear so many stories of him being the man I knew him to be. This one took place in college, and he was living in a dorm at William and Mary, and there was evidently a kid on his hall who was, described as a less popular kid, maybe a little bit annoying, didn't have a whole lot of friends, but was a huge Redskins fan and a huge Joe Gibbs fan. And so whatever Super Bowl they would have won in about 92, feel bad that I don't know that, but it was a big year. And Joe had come on campus to have dinner with JD, and this kid was standing out in the hall talking to his RA, and it was the RA who had written this memory. He said he looked over this kid's shoulder and he could see Joe and JD coming down the hall towards him, and Joe just tapped this kid on the shoulder and said, "Hey, would you like to go have dinner with us?" And the way that it impacted the RA who was watching this unfold was that he said, JD was a super popular kid on campus, and here he is with probably the most famous person in the Northern Virginia, DC area at the time, and he could have picked anybody to go with him to dinner that night. But he picked this unpopular, kind of nerdy guy to have that experience with him because he knew it would bless him. He wasn't looking for a way to curry favor with someone else or make himself look better, take out the coach or somebody that could have elevated his standing in some way, done something for him. He chose somebody that could repay him nothing, but that would bless tremendously. JD would have been 50 on February 21st. And that's a significant milestone in anybody's life. I will hit it soon myself. And he's not here for us to celebrate with him, but I am really pleased at how he's been honored and celebrated in the wake of his passing. And as he turns 50, we are remembering him fondly, remembering him healthy and well, and we know that that is exactly how he is right now in heaven. He is healthy and well. He is laughing. He is mountain biking and snowboarding and all of those things that he loved in life. So I am hopeful that he will continue to impact people as he did when he was alive. He's still doing that even in death. And as we celebrate his 50th birthday, Just really proud of my man. Hi, I'm Melissa, and my husband JD was an average Joe, but he had a game plan for life.
Hamlin off turn number 4. No, side-by-side battle to the finish. This time, Denny Hamlin wins his second Daytona 500 and wins it for Coach Gibbs in Toyota.
In the 11 car. Wow. What a day for JD Gibbs, for Joe Gibbs, for that whole team. Boy, that's storybook stuff right there.
That was meant to be.
So get in again, my friend. Nice work. Awesome job, Chris. Team, I'm really proud of you guys. It's going to be a great year. Yeah, I got to talk to my driver right now. At the same time, I'll talk to both of you. Way to go, Denny Hamlin. Golly, it's such a pleasure to work with these guys. Thank you very much. That's the motion. I'm trying not to show it all week, but here we are. Daytona 500 champs. Thank you.
The Joe Gibbs Toyotas finished 1, 2, 3.
Well, Coach, we were talking a few moments ago, and you said just as long as one of them won, you finished 1, 2, 3. Can't get much better than that.
I got to tell you, what happened right here. JD's name is on that car. That's his number 11 with Denny. He found Denny. I'm just saying, what happened here is emotional for all of us, the family. This is Jackson. Denny racing like he did right there is just unbelievable. I'm emotionally shot. This is
what's it mean, Joe?
All our grandkids here. I'm just saying, what happened here is really unreal, and I'm just thrilled. I think JD had the best view of everything. It's really an unbelievable experience. I don't know how to put it in any other words. I just thank the Lord for letting us be a part of this. Yeah, and I hope people will go to jdgibbslegacy.com and see that video. I think it could be life-changing for them.
Congratulations, Joe.
Coach Gibbs talking about his eldest son, JD, who died last month from a neurological disease. Team president and co-founder with his dad. He recruited Denny Hamlin.
Denny, all of these fans have stood here for a long time waiting to see this moment, but you just pointed at that sticker. What does JD Gibbs mean to you in this event?
The whole family, they've done so much for me over the course of my career. It's just this one's for JD. We're desperately going to miss him the rest of our lives, but his legacy still lives on through Joe Gibbs Racing, and proud to do this for them.